Welcome everyone to the webinar, the ACS Bridge Program, How to Become an ACS Bridge Site. I'm Jörg Schlatter, the ACS Bridge Project Director, and I will use the next 15 minutes to explain you how to become an ACS Bridge Site in 2021-2022. I'm part of a large team which consists of several ACS staff members, and we are informed by the recommendations of the ACS Bridge Advisory Board, which consists of several professionals from the chemical sciences. If you have any questions about the Bridge program, about how to become a Bridge site after this brief webinar, don't be shy and reach out to bridge@acs.org and we'll get back to you fairly quickly. It is important to note, for those of you who are not very familiar with American Chemical Society, ACS is the world's largest scientific society. We have more than 150,000 members. We were chartered by the Congress. ACS has the vision to improve people's lives through the transforming power of chemistry, and we have as mission advancing the broader chemistry enterprise and its practitioner for the benefit of Earth and its people. We operate on 4 different core values. One of them is diversity, equity, inclusion, and respect. We believe in the strength of diversity in all its forms because inclusion of diverse people, experiences, and ideas leads to superior solutions to world challenges and advances chemistry as a global multidisciplinary science. Every single part of ACS embraces this core value. ACS has for a long time 2 projects that support high school students, Project SEED, and undergraduate students, the Scholars Program, that come from underrepresented groups. In 2018, we added a 3rd program called the ACS Bridge Project, which focuses entirely on graduate studies. Which challenge do we try to solve or tackle with the ACS Bridge Project? This one. We would like to decrease this achievement gap, which you see here. 18% of undergraduate degree recipients are from underrepresented minority groups, whereas only 11% of PhD degree recipients are from underrepresented minority groups. There's a gap of about 7%, which corresponds to approximately 100 or 125 students per year, which we would like to achieve by 2028. ACS operates under the umbrella of Inclusive Graduate Education Network, which received together about $10 million for 5 years to build the Inclusive Graduate Education Network. Its goal is to increase the participation of women and underrepresented racial and ethnic minorities in graduate studies in the physical sciences. And our partner society, the American Physical Society, plays the lead role in the Inclusive Graduate Education Network, which consists of more than 30 scientific societies, educational institutions, corporations, national laboratories, and other organizations that build this strong network, really focusing on achieving equity for underrepresented groups in doctoral degree attainment in the physical sciences. Again, ACS Bridge is part of the Inclusive Graduate Education Network, and we have, as ACS Bridge Projects, 4 distinct goals. First, we would like to increase within 10 years the fraction of chemical science PhDs awarded to underrepresented minority students to match the fraction of chemical science bachelor degrees granted to these groups. Second, we would like to develop, evaluate, and document sustainable model bridging experiences that improve the access to and culture of graduate education for all students, with emphasis on those underrepresented in doctoral programs in the chemical sciences. Third, we would like to promote and disseminate successful program components to the chemical science community. The 4th goal was added in 2020 and made possible through a grant from the Genentech Foundation. We provide professional development guidance to undergraduate students, graduate students, and postdoctoral scholars that are underrepresented in the chemical sciences. To accomplish all four goals, we have more than 3 components in our Bridge project. The first, the Bridge program, then of course our Bridge Career Development and Travel Awards, and we offer many different Bridge workshops, including the Grad School Readiness and Professional Development Bootcamp, the ACS Career Kickstarter. You can read more on our website, acs.org/bridge, about all the different components. But today, we will focus only on the Bridge program, which is funded by the National Science Foundation and Genentech. How does this program actually work? Well, here it is. Students submit their general graduate school application to ACS for free. And we share those applications with vetted ACS or vetted chemical science departments that are from chemistry or chemical engineering. And if a vetted department, a Bridge department, really onboards students through that database selection process, all of those students are called ACS Bridge Fellows. You might ask, which students apply? Well, it depends. Several of the students might have applied to graduate school programs, but did not get in. They might have sent out 2 applications to Harvard and MIT, and they didn't get in, and they thought, well, that's it for me. I will not go to grad school. But then they learn about the ACS Bridge program. Some of the students might not have applied at all. Some of the students might need additional preparation to be ready for grad school, for example, additional research experiences. But they all have in common that they would like to get a research-based PhD degree. There are 2 types of departments: Bridge sites and Bridge partners. What is the difference? Here it is. Bridge sites receive funding for up to $120,000 over 2 years. They have early access to the student database, and they have demonstrated departmental commitment to goals of the ACS Bridge program. They are public recognition by the ACS of the department's commitment to diversity in the chemical sciences, and of course, by being a Bridge site, they could use this for strengthening their broader impact statements in federal grant applications. For the Bridge sites, you know very well, there is a proposal deadline, September 1st, but also for the Bridge partners, if you're interested in becoming a Bridge partner, there's a deadline coming up in June 2022. And the difference, major difference between partners and Bridge sites is really that Bridge partners do not receive funding from ACS. So what is an ACS Bridge site? It's typically a chemistry or chemical engineering department. Again, this department receives funding from ACS. We are the pass-through agency of either federal dollars or corporate funding. A Bridge site selects and hosts ACS Bridge Fellows and provides research experiences, advanced coursework, mentoring, progress monitoring, coaching, and individual development plans that help with the professional development of each of the ACS Bridge Fellows, and if possible, all graduate students. An ACS Bridge site also demonstrated that they're able to make this program sustainable beyond ACS funding. ACS funding will be up to $120,000 per Bridge site for 2 years. It includes a flat rate payment of $25,000 per Bridge Fellow, for stipend and benefits. Up to 2 Bridge Fellows can be funded per year, and Bridge sites can receive funding for up to 2 years. $10,000 per year will be allocated for institutional support. I'll give you I want to give you an example, right? Let's say Institution A was selected as an ACS Bridge site, and they made offers to 3 students from our database, and all 3 accepted. and become Bridge Fellows at Institution A. 2 of them will receive funding through the ACS Bridge project, and the 3rd one would receive funding from Institution A. All 3 must have funding. 2 will get it through the ACS Bridge project. In the 2nd year, the 3 fellows from the 1st year might continue, would receive still funding from Institution A. And as the Institution A selects 2 new Bridge Fellows, Bridge Fellow 4 and 5, those 2 would receive, again, $25,000 over this 1 year. And each year, the Institution A would receive $10,000 for administrative support, making it a total of $120,000 over 2 years. Who's eligible for becoming an institution, a bridge site? Universities or colleges that offer a master's or doctoral degree in the chemical sciences. You must be located and accredited in the United States or Puerto Rico. Must have active research programs readily available to Bridge Fellows throughout the academic year. As a PI, as a site leader, you must be a tenured or tenure track faculty member in the chemical science department with strong backing from the chair and university administration. If you choose to submit a pre-proposal, please do so. Don't miss the deadline, September 1st, 2021, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Late proposals will not be accepted. So out of the pre-proposals that we receive, ACS with its team of reviewers will select approximately 6 institutions or 6 departments that are eligible to submit a full proposal. The deadline, if you're chosen to be one of those departments, the deadline would be November 2nd, 2021, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And with the help of our reviewer team, we will be able to identify approximately 2 new bridge sites, and we will announce them in 2022 in March. The pre-proposals should be submitted as a single PDF to bridge@acs.org and should include the subject line pre-proposal-ACS Bridge Site 2021. Late proposals will not be accepted. So what should the pre-proposal include? Well, there are 5 major components of the pre-proposal, which has a strict 3-page limit. So first, a project overview will help us, will help ACS and the reviewers to understand which type of program you would like to create and how would that help students enter doctoral programs. What are your goals? You should describe the infrastructure elements, right? Briefly describe your institution, your chemical science department, provide some data on at least 3 years of graduate students and undergraduate students that come from underrepresented groups. List existing efforts that enhance diversity in your department at your institution. Describe the project team. List key faculty and staff who will help implement the project in their primary responsibilities. The 4th component we call key components, several smaller components, right? Please briefly outline a plan of action for achieving the stated goals addressed in the key document. Admissions decisions. How would you make admissions decisions? Which financial support will be available to Bridge Fellows beyond funding from ACS? Describe if you have mentoring training available for faculty that host Bridge Fellows. Describe how you approach mentoring overall as a department. Describe how you will integrate Bridge Fellows into the community. Describe which type of coursework will be available. Which type of research? How will you use individual development plans to enhance the outcome, the educational outcome of Bridge Fellows being in your program? Describe anything which would support the mental well-being of Bridge Fellows. Share with us how you monitor the progress of Bridge Fellows in your program. Make sure to share with us also in which way your program would help Bridge Fellows to get ready to apply for any kind of PhD program, either at your institution or at any other institution. How would they learn to craft competitive grad school application? And very important, describe how you would make your program sustainable so it runs longer than the 2 years which would come with ACS funding. We actually ask you to submit a budget as well, but this budget can be fairly brief. Again, it will be $120,000 over 2 years, each year $50,000 for stipend support and $10,000 for institutional support. We added this year something new. We ask for additional components that should be addressed in your pre-proposal. First, describe how your program will strengthen collaborations between minority-serving undergraduate institutions and graduate degree granting institutions. Don't miss to describe your thoughts on that. Describe how do you plan to ensure mentoring training has been completed by all department members working with Bridge Fellows by March 2022. Describe how will you facilitate completion of a holistic admissions workshop for your graduate admissions by March 2022. And there are certainly many holistic admissions workshops out there. If you don't know anything about the availability of those, I would recommend to go to the IGEN website, which is IGENnetwork.org. We offer a holistic admissions workshop as well. But again, you could take advantage of any of those holistic admission workshops available to you. Again, the proposal timeline, September 1st, deadline for the pre-proposal, 5 p.m. Full proposal, November 2nd. We will announce the 2 sites March 22nd. If we choose you as an institution that is eligible to submit a full proposal, it looks fairly similar to the pre-proposal, except we give you more space, up to a total of 16 pages for the project summary and project description, to make it really, really clear why your program is really distinct, how your program is really helping achieve ACS's overall goal to broaden participation in graduate education. So you will be able to submit a project summary, a project description. You will be able to submit references. You will be able to submit biographical sketches, current and pending support, letters of support from administrators at your institution. And we would require for the full proposal an NSF-style budget and budget justification. But all other components are or items which you have to describe as very much aligned with the pre-proposal items, just more in depth and in detail. And with that, I would like actually to acknowledge every institution and organization that makes this ACS Bridge project happening, including, of course, the National Science Foundation and the Genentech Foundation, the American Chemical Society, and the Inclusive Graduate Education Network. At the bottom, you see all of our partners. I have to point out that Nobuche is our partner as well. And with that, I would like to transition to my very last slide. If you have any questions, please contact us at bridge@acs.org, and we will get back to you fairly quickly. Thank you so much for watching this webinar video, and we're looking forward to answering your questions and to hear from you.